Do you have the Spirit?
We've got Spirit, Kentucky Spirit.
Kentucky Spirit. I'm John.
Hi, I'm Kaya. We're the Southside Sippers.
Southside Sippers here. Camp Nelson. You tell us, what is your thoughts on Camp Nelson? Do you know what Camp Nelson is? Do you know what Camp Nelson is?
I do, because I looked it up. So Camp Nelson is a rick house, wild turkey, and it's thought that it's situated in a unique bend of the river that allows for a different airflow so that it enhances the movement between the bourbon and the barrel. So I get kind of geeked out about that. We've already talked about my passion for bourbon. So a lot of the bourbon that comes out of that rick house is supposed to have a more rich aroma and palate. So, and we've tasted the difference. So this is the original 101 mash bill, but just in a different rick house. And it tastes wildly different to me than the Wild Turkey 101. And
it's a single barrel, it's not blended.
It's a single barrel, so straight from the barrel and proofed at 101, which again, I get kind of geeked out about. So,
she's such a nerd.
I am a nerd.
Such a nerd. I'm sorry.
So you had this in a bottle share with a group of buddies, and it was picked as your top pick of the night.
So good that night, and we had a lot of good stuff. We were all like, "Is that right?" And it was delicious. And after that, I was lucky enough to receive this bottle as a gift.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. And yeah, it's pretty good. It's kind of funny, not so funny. Well, funny for me, not so funny for Kaya, is after the bottle share, I was like, oh my gosh, this
was so good.
So good, this Kentucky Spirit. You should have tried it.
It was not there for the bottle share, which was fine. However, they didn't save me any to try afterwards. So
I didn't even think about grabbing her a little
feel free to leave a comment on that. But then our good friend Alex popped over around Christmas with this fabulous bottle, and I finally got to try it. And I was, sometimes when you do a bottle share, there's a lot of bourbon going around. I wasn't really sure that the best decision would have been made just based on a rick house. But I tasted this, and the only words that came to mind were, oh my goodness. This was so good. And I had already had a bourbon that night. And this was just wildly different than what I happened to be drinking at the time this bottle was dropped off. So
I don't know how to take that. She's making it sound like I don't know what I'm talking about.
No,
like after I have a few drinks.
Oh my stars!
I'm a professional.
Are
here.
you now?
I'm a professional here.
Here, cheers. Thank you, Alex, for the gift.
Jeet, I'm sorry. I'm gonna ignore your phone call right now. Don't you know I'm filming here?
Oh, this is very well balanced.
I get a stone fruit.
Do you know?
I get stone fruit on the front. It's good. It got a little belly hug, but it's good.
To me, it tastes more complex than a 101 proof. This is not quite as bitter and grabby as the regular 101. This is a lot sweeter. I mean, had I known any better, I would have maybe even said this was a double oaked.
Really?
Yes, and I get a lot of burnt sugar, baking spice on the aftertaste. So it's like the bourbon that just keeps giving and giving and giving.
I'd like to put it up against the 70th anniversary, the Jimmy Russell 70th anniversary.
That's a good idea.
Just to see what
the difference is.
What the difference is, because this isn't age stated, which I'd be curious what their age is.
Yeah, that part I did not look up.
This was bottled May of this year. So, and how I'm gonna play that devil's advocate.
Uh-oh.
How if you don't know on these bottles, because they all look the same, but under the label that says single barrel, it tells you when it was bottled on, but then it comes stored in warehouse, and CN-E would be Camp Nelson. Sometimes you'll see different warehouse letters or a TY for Tyrone, which I've had some Tyrone stuff. It's okay. I wish I would have known a lot more about the Camp Nelson before buying a lot of my Russell single barrel, because all my Russell single barrels, which I have Close your
I
ears.
don't even want to know.
Close your ears. I have a few bottles of that. They're all Tyrones.
Do they do a Russell's out of the...
Camp Nelson, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because I passed on one.
Did you?
I was going to pick it up, but I was like, she's going to kill me because I already have like...
I don't know. They came
single
from Camp
barrels.
Nelson now. I'm based on this one
It's good.
bourbon, I'm kind of sold on the Camp Nelson. It would be interesting because again, I will say that this is wildly different from the 101, and I think it would be fun to blind this against the 70th and the regular 101 and see. I mean,
Yeah.
I guarantee we can at least pick this out from the regular 101, but from the 70th, again, I felt like that one was a little hotter. It was a little, not hot, it was just a little oaky and a little peppery. But it would be interesting to blind them and then to kind of see. But then to take the Russells from Tyrone and then from Camp Nelson and compare those two. So you caught me on camera. I'm giving you the okay to pick up a Russell from Camp Nelson.
We probably need to finish some of the single barrels before I buy another one. I didn't know, honestly, and this, shame on me, I didn't know this was 101 or else this would have made it in our 101 video.
We didn't have it for the 101
We didn't have
video.
it. I would have. But I mean, I thought that 70th anniversary was good. It had a lot more flavor than the regular 101.
I agree, but I don't remember it being as good as this.
Not as good as this.
Well, anyways, look for that to come to the future.
We'll see.
And thank you for the gift.
Thank you very much. What's your thoughts on Kentucky Spirit, if you've had it? If you've had something from Camp Nelson or Tyrone or any of the other warehouses, let us know, because I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are. If the hype is real, we believe the hype is real because we're tasting
Based on
it.
this
and
one
it's
experience, but yeah.
pretty tasty. I would like to actually go and maybe do a tour there. I think
That'd be really cool.
it'd be really cool if they take you on a tour and actually take you to Camp Nelson.
That'd be nice, but I don't know
Brick
about
House.
that. And that's something else we'd have to look into.
So
So, anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.
sip responsible, guys.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.